Do you feel like there's any scenario in which they may offer Suge a deal for less time if he were to testify with this whole Tupac case? Do you foresee that ever being a possibility?
Whoo, that's a tough question, John. You hit me off left field with that one. Uh, Let me just say this: the Suge Knight I know, if he knew a way that he can get on a stand or testify and identify Keefe D and the world don't find out about it, he would do it. But he can't. I don't believe Suge Knight saw the shooter like all of y'all do. Even Keefe D said, he looked right at me and all of that. I don't believe it. I know he didn't know that night, but we just knew it was Southside guys because of what had happened in the hotel prior. That's my opinion. Me and Suge have never had a conversation about that. But I know Suge has diabetes, and I used to be maybe have people 20 feet, 30 feet in front of us, and he couldn't see them. He didn't recognize them. Didn't know who they were. I would have to say, hey, that's so-and-so. Oh, okay. What's up, homie? But, okay. I ain't here to shit on Suge Knight no more. But let me explain something to you guys. Because I know a lot of y'all think y'all know law and all of that. Suge Knight is in prison in the state of California for a state case. Okay? All right. All right. The incident where Tupac Shakur got killed is under the Nevada state jurisdiction, state of California. None of this stuff is fed. Everybody, oh, the FBI came, or FBI. No, none of this is fed. The only reason that it became a federalized task force that Greg Kading was heading was because they were trying to find out if there was corruption or prove that there was or wasn't corruption involving the LAPD in the murder of Biggie Small. All right? Greg Kading and them were shocked as hell, I believe, when Keefe D started confessing to the murder of Tupac Shakur. They thought he was going to be confessing to the murder of Biggie Small. Okay. Y'all got that? Y'all understand that part? Now, why was Greg Kading a LAPD cop? He was federalized. Him and his 13 to 16 men unit were federalized under the DEA branch of law enforcement, where that's what they do when they do all the RICO acts and drug cases in guys' neighborhoods. That they need it. See, FBI and DEA agents and all of them, they're geeks. What I mean by that, they are book smart and all of that. They didn't know the street players in different cities. So they came up with different type of task force where they had local police officers working with federal agents. Because quite frankly, under federal, they have more money to investigate stuff and they have a longer reach and they, they can, you get more time with those motherfuckers. and, the federal laws are a little easier to convict. And they have a little bit more time to work a case. Where in a state case or state cops, you working cases. You have a homicide at night, you gotta go, you might be working, you very rarely working on cases you very rarely get to work a case all the way through. Because you jump in and you move on to another case. Let me get back to the original question, because I know I went over. I had to explain that to you guys. But the only way Suge Knight can testify and get out of prison is only one thing can happen. Fucking not Donald Trump, who's the president now? Joe Biden couldn't call and say, hey, I want that Mr. Knight guy out. And let him out and, he can promise somebody something. A governor in the state of California or Nevada. But why would he do that? So my point is, the DA in the state of Nevada will have to go to not the DA in the state of California, but to the governor. The governor is the only one that can let Suge Knight out of prison early, and that would have to be a deal made between probably Nevada governor and California governor, or Nevada DA and the state of California governor. So all of that Suge Knight gonna do this and he gonna get out, and Suge Knight, number one, he would never ever do that publicly, where he would have to go and get on the stand and testify. Only way I think he would do that publicly, if somehow he had to save one of his kids and give a transplant, and they said the only way you can do this transplant is if you're out of prison and save somebody's life, then he might, be willing to get on the stand and say, because I got to save my kid's life, I need to do that. It'd have to be something, my point is, something drastic like that for Suge Knight to publicly ever get on the stand to testify in that case. He might go, but he ain't gonna say shit. He's gonna do just like he did when he was on ABC World News. So I ain't got shit to say. But learn your laws, learn what's happening. The only person that can give Suge Knight any type of immunity, or it's not immunity, it's a pardon, that can pardon Suge Knight, is whoever the current governor of the state of California. So even if the governor in Nevada wanted to do it, the DA in Nevada wanted to do it, it ain't nothing they can do without the governor of the state of California. Y'all got it? I'm telling y'all something. I know a lot of you attorneys, Google internet attorneys is in the comment section. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about? All right. Okay. Well, whatever. Trust me, Reg be knowing the shit he talking about on shit like that. Know this up and down.